Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining me on the Youth After Show. Dude, we've really got to come up with a better name. I know, but we're just not that creative. If you haven't watched Mark's message this morning on what went wrong, I encourage you to go back and watch it. It's very good. Having been the one who edited the sermon for online, I've been able to listen to it more than once. And every time I listen to it, it jumps out at me that I don't have any kids. And a lot of this is talking about pointing the next generation into the right direction. And there's a lot of talk about kids and how Adam and Eve raised Cain and Abel, or how in Proverbs 22:6 it says, point your kids in the right direction. When they are old, they won't be lost. That's all well and good, but right now I'm talking to a bunch of teenagers. And I'm 23 years old, and I'm engaged, but I don't have kids. So it's easy to check out here, but I don't want you to do that. What I like to do when I'm listening to a sermon like this, where I know it doesn't necessarily apply to me through what is being said, I kind of want to look at ways that it applies to me through what's not being said. For those of you who don't know, my family does foster care, and we've had a total of 19 kids. That's a lot of freaking kids come through our door, and we've adopted one of them. His name is Marcus, and I'm going to flash him up on the screen because he's freaking adorable. And we're in the process of adopting EJ, who's also freaking adorable. He just turned 1 this past week. And in fact, on the day of recording, I have a birthday party that I'm throwing for him, and I'm actually making sauce, like Italian red gravy sauce. Oh, but how would this apply to me? And how does me doing foster care have anything to do with what Mark was talking about today? I want to encourage you not to just look at this as a parent, but to look at this as somebody who's in the know. We know the good news. We know that God came in human form. He sent his son, Jesus Christ, die on a cross for our sins because we couldn't help ourselves. We needed him to help us. And we've accepted that. So what's the next generation for us? Sure, you can take it literally, and it can be your kids. But for the kids I'm talking to right now, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds, that may be years down the line. But here's who you can talk to. The next generation of Christians. Your friends may or may not believe the same things that you believe, and that's okay. But it is our job to point them in the right direction. Again, if you point your children, and in this case, your children being your friends, in the right direction, they won't be lost. I was saying earlier how I'm making red sauce. Some Italian gravy. Now, I can make the gravy, and I can tell people about the gravy, but nobody's going to get excited until I show them the gravy. So what does this mean? This means that not only do you have to tell your friends, but you also have to live the life that you're telling them about. That doesn't mean that you're shut out of all activities and that your life is over and that you have to be this super Christian. No, God doesn't ask us to be superheroes. God asks us to use our ordinary everyday lives, which I covered in my last video that I was on, which I believe was 2 weeks ago. All that being said, how can you help further the next generation? I'd love to hear from you. Today is Saturday. I'm recording this on a Saturday, full discretion. Tonight we have a youth event, and I'm going to go ahead and surprise one of our youth students by giving the announcements. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be hours for me, but it's going to be just seconds for you. So All right, so we're back. I knew it would be just a flash of time for you guys, but it's been hours for me. I'm here with our own Elliot Houghton, the man, the myth, the legend. How's your week been, bro?
It's been pretty good. I beat you, so.
Around me are familiar faces, worn out.
It's okay. It's okay. I still love you like Jesus does. So.
I do love you too.
Aw.
And aside from him being able to gloat that, I wanted to bring him on to give his account of what is happening on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So Elliot, can you tell us on what happens on Tuesday nights?
So Tuesday night we get to go inside now, which is really fun. It's not like it's cold outside, so it's fun. We just go hang out, party, play games. We're watching Alpha, the series, which is a really fun series that you can dive in. Especially if you're new or whatever, you get to dive in and just kind of have a fun time with us, play games, great community event. And then Wednesdays we have school. You can go in there since there's no actual ASD school. We can go in there and work and just have a nice quiet time to study. I'm usually there doing announcements there, so you can watch that. And that's from 10 to 2.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yeah, so it's lots of fun. You get to hang out, and we usually play a little bit of games too whenever we get a nice little break in there. So
Get
it's
that
fun.
PE credit in there.
Yes.
Well, Elliot, bro, I appreciate you. I'm sorry to
appreciate
put
you.
you on the spot like this. And if it comes down to sportsmanship, it's a great honor to have lost to you. I appreciate you.
I
And hey,
appreciate you.
we'll catch you next week.